Before beginning this assignment, I've never really thought much about researching CEOs or famous people, famous business people. I guess that I never really humanized the corporate machine, especially the companies you hear about on the news, which is funny because I actually work for a corporation as a regional director. I work directly with the CEO of our company, and my supervisor is the vice president. And I know them and I know their work habits, but I never really thought about any other companies. So I decided to Google CEOs just to get an idea of what was out there regarding different top executives. The name that kept popping up was Brad Smith of Intuit. There were lots of articles about him, but to be honest, I'd never heard of him, and I did recognize the name Intuit, but wasn't really sure what they did. So after a little research on Intuit, I learned that Intuit was founded in 1983. They went public in 1993. They employ 8,300 employees worldwide. Intuit is featured on Fortune 100's Best Companies to Work for 16 years in a row. They were also included in Best Workplaces for Diversity and Best Workplaces for Women. For the fiscal year 2017, Intuit grew to $5.2 billion. The GAAP operating income increased to $1.4 billion. The non-GAAP net income increased to $1.7 billion. They have a great mission statement. Their mission statement is, "We do it by attracting the world's top talent, bringing vital partners into our global platform, and leaving the world a better place through exceptional corporate citizenship." Their values include integrity, passion, respect. They're dedicated to exceptional results in the workplace and through global community outreach programs. And their commitment drives them to attract and develop top talent by creating a culture of values, innovation, inclusion, and continuous learning. Make the world a better place by operating a socially responsible business. And be customer obsessed. And they did a bunch of testing for diversity at Intuit here recently. And what they found was that women represent 39% of their global workforce, holding 29% of their technology positions and 49% of their non-technology positions. They also hold 32% of their leadership roles. In the United States, women represent 41% of their domestic workforce, holding 31% of the technical jobs and 51% of the non-technical jobs. They hold 33% of their leadership roles. And because of their studies that they did, they decided to do a pay equity commitment. And it states that we are committed to equal pay. In fiscal 2017, we commissioned an analysis by an independent company to look at any statistical differences in Intuit base pay by gender and race in the US and by gender in India. And what they determined was pretty unique. In the US, women earn on average $1 for every $1 that men earn. In the US, minorities earn 99.7 cents for every dollar whites earn. In India, women earn on average 95.5 cents for every dollar men earn. And then their workforce breakdown by ethnicity, whites are 48%, Asians are 28%, Hispanic and Latinos are 8%, African Americans or Black are 3%, two or more races are 2%, indigenous peoples including Native Hawaiians, Pacific Islanders, American Indians, Alaska Natives, and Canadian First Nations represent 1%, and undisclosed ethnicities are 10%. And as a result of this study, they made salary adjustments for certain employees and also conducted additional analysis of the root cause of the differences in India. They are committed to eliminating unexplainable differences in pay, to making pay equity analysis part of yearly talent and pay process, and to communicating with transparency. Which the whole transparency issue is something that Intuit is very good about. They try to remain completely transparent in all their dealings. And they have a lot of dealings, and they have a lot of companies that are under the Intuit brand.